Hello everyone, welcome to the CTV News on Calabash TV and on the Wave Radio 94.5. I am Lisa Joseph. St. Lucian poet Vladimir Lucian has created history by becoming the third St. Lucian to win the Bocas Prize for Poetry. The OCM Bocas Prize is the biggest prize for writers in the Caribbean. Vladimir Lucian won for his publication Sounding Ground. 5 Caribbean writers have won the prize so far, and 3 of them are St. Lucians. Honorable Derek Walcott won in the first year. Kendall Hippolyte has won the prestigious prize, and now a lecturer at the South Louis Community College, Vladimir Lucian, has won the coveted prize. Mr. Lucian popped at our studios at Calabash TV just one day after the prize was announced. He spoke first about the wait for the big announcement, ironically, on April 1st.
It's an interesting story. I was nervous the whole day. Well, it came out on the 1st of April, which was literally midnight. But I was nervous all on the 31st. I was trying to kill time, drink pineapple juice for no reason, and so on. But then, eventually, I was feeling so nervous, I said I would go to sleep, so I'd wake up in the morning to see the result. Because I was going against a forward prize winner, right? And I don't think that necessarily makes forward prize winner is not necessarily, hey, because he's awarded over there in England, it means necessarily that a Caribbean person can't beat him. But you're aware that sometimes these things have a certain kind of cachet. So I was nervous, and I went to bed, but my wife refused to. And I think she refreshed the page of the website until midnight, and she found out the news and called me at midnight, and I found out, and I didn't sleep the rest of the night. And of course, from all over the world, literally, that I've been getting the love, goodwill, and respect of a lot of people via social media and so on. And I've been trying to respond to all of it because I appreciate every single one, every single message that comes, because they're all very people that somehow I have a very close working relationship with in one way or another. So, and it was fantastic news, because this is the prize I think I wanted to win. More than I think, perhaps we could talk about Nobel later because people mention that all the time, but more than a prize, let's say the forward or whatever, I think I really wanted to win because I knew I was writing a book. It might sound cliche, but a Caribbean book. I was very, very much aware of writing a Caribbean book as somebody on the inside of that narrative, right? On the inside of that narrative, that's the people I encounter every day. So the OCM Bocas Prize as the premier Caribbean prize for writers, especially writers writing in English. I was very, very pleased to be there.
Vladimir Lucian says he has been showered with praise and compliments from home and far abroad, but what he really wants is for St. Lucians to appreciate the rich literary talent there is on the island. He also wants every St. Lucian to get a copy of Sounding Ground.
I actually want you all to just get Sounding Ground in the sense of reading it, and I would love to hear feedback. That's one of the most important things for me, and that's why I enjoy performances. Because I always get to feel out the audience in a way, and I always get to have that bounce back. Yes, there's applause and so on after, but there are things that you encounter. Maybe somebody who speaks to you after, and so on. And I've gotten many. That's one of the things I appreciated about Sounding Ground. That I got a lot of. Yes, I got a couple awards for the poems at first, and then now the collection. But I got a lot of private messages of people saying very personal things about poems that were written in there. And that has been very, very enriching for me, and I've appreciated it greatly because it really speaks of an interaction with it. And in writing, I think of audience. I think of the message I want to send. I think of making that message powerful and, of course, well-crafted and so on. But that means a lot. So I really want people to hear Sounding Ground and hear what they have to say. I want them to read Sounding Ground and hear what they have to say. It is about our society. Largely, most of the poems are based in St. Lucia, if you want to give a context to it. But, and I think the judges said that in their citation as well, it emanates out to the rest of the Caribbean because our experiences are very similar. But there is something very particularly St. Lucian about Sounding Ground. And I think people will be attracted to the language. I think so. And I think that has been what I've heard about it a lot. The judges spoke about it using Creole, the various Creoles, various registers of Creole, which really tries to represent our language continuum and to show us what are the possibilities for that. Not just for me as a poet, but for a Calypsonian, even though they were already grounded in that, but for even our writers in the newspapers, whatever, we have something there that we could really use to energize what we're doing. So I think that is one of the key things I wanted to bring across in Sounding Ground.
Vladimir Lucien launched Sounding Ground to rave reviews. Published in May 2014 by People Tree Press, Sounding Ground reflects various stages of Lucien's life. Vladimir Lucien's talent and work has been recognized and applauded not only by his literary colleagues in St. Lucia, but by writers throughout the Caribbean and internationally. He's also making his name as an insightful reviewer with several articles published in the Caribbean press and online journals. Great story there.